Open Air Racing. Open Air Racing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is online.
Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Make a wish. 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 Make a wish Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Make a wish. you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Ferrari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Ferrari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish.
Circuit of the America action underway. Some technical difficulties at the kickoff of this one, but we are live. Round number 6, the LATAM GP. It's the final round of the summer showdown. You're looking at Juan Salazar running second, probably going to be your point champion at the end of tonight. It's Alex Trevor who's out front here in the early goings. Jose Puig runs third. Fernando Jaquez climbed his way past Grillion up into fourth and lost the spot. He sits sixth right now behind JP Alfonso, Brian Long, Andrew Hewitt, Kevin Ayers, David Sharp, and Jay Dewar. While David Sharp rounds out the top 10, Jay Dewar runs 11th. Welcome in my broadcast partner, Jordan Maudsley. And there's a shot of Luis Grillion in that Red Bull BMW making his way through the S's.
Yeah, there was some excitement early on in the back part of the field, but these front three are running in the positions they qualified, and they've kind of spaced themselves out 3 seconds apart apiece, and they've slowly started to step away from the field. That front three about 6 seconds in front of Grillion.
Yeah, Grillion a couple sections up on JP Alfonso, who runs fifth. Salazar 3.2 seconds back of your leader, Trevor. How about this Florida posse running second, third, fourth, and sixth? All drivers from the Sunshine State. There's Juan Salazar, your point leader, winner of the last 3 races. Big victory last time out at Road America, also victorious at the Nürburgring. He was also a winner, round number 3 at Interlagos. Beautiful black Mustang trying to reel in your winner of round 2, Alex Trevor. Seems like so long ago, he has struggled since then.
Yeah, he's proven to be the fastest car pretty much every week. It's just been mistake after mistake. His little incident in the kink when he wrecked that car on lap 1 last week. He had a refueling issue the week before. It's just been the mistakes that have killed Alex Trevor. But he leads this one by a pretty healthy 3.5 second lead as we follow this battle between JP Alfonso and Grillion.
Alfonso, top 5 finish last week, got into a little late race tete-a-tete, if you will, with David Sharp. I heard he did apologize to Dave this week for running David off the track. Just didn't know Dave was going to make a move where he did. And you see the inside of Alfonso's car as he sneaks up right up underneath the back spoil of Luis Grillion in that BMW. BMW versus the Ferrari of JP Alfonso.
They hop onto this sweeping straightaway into the right-hander here. These two run 4th and 5th.
And a beautiful facility here, Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. As we see Alfonso sneaking in on that rear-wheel drive BMW.
Biding his time right now as they move down this final straightaway before the sharp left turn onto the backstretch. He's about a half a car length off in entrance. But that early entrance is really killing him on this straightaway here. He drops back about 0.7 of a second, maybe 10 car lengths between the two.
Got to get that late apex, especially in those long runs. A couple of long straightaways here, some good passing opportunities. This place modeled after a few different tracks. It's got some of the Senna S's in it from Interlagos. Some of the stadium type sections, like featured in Hockenheim, one of the new additions to the iRacing family. There you go. You see Alfonso's got to get wider on corner entry to get a better launch off. As again, he tries to figure out a way past this front engine BMW in the mid-engine Ferrari. This is the battle for fourth. Grillion didn't see him for a few weeks, but when he has been here, he has been fast. Third in the opener at Daytona, and then a solid fifth place finish at Spa, running fourth right now as JP Alfonso tries to chase him down. Into turn one they go. Out through this S section. Some different radius on all these corners. It really takes a while to get used to finding your way through here, your on throttle points. Construction on the track started December 30th of 2010, finally opened in the summer of 2012. Most of the top series in North American motorsports have raced here, as well as several rounds of the F1 series, several rounds of MotoGP. Long-time staple on the IndyCar circuit, as well as with the WeatherTech sports cars. They have not raced here since 2017, but NASCAR returning to circuits of the Americas this year in the form of Cup Series action. They'll be making their debut here this year at Circuits of the Americas. 8 laps in on this one, 16.5 minutes. You're still riding with JP Alfonso. And hey, these guys got some company out back. Fernando Jaquez has snuck into the picture. He got by Grillion once and then spun. Both Grillion, Alfonso, and Long were all able to get back by him, but he's picking them off one at a time. He made a move on Long. He's now reeled in Alfonso.
Yeah, Jaquez has proven to be reckless in this series so far. He started off the season with a 22nd place DNF and then a couple of second place
and he
finishes.
Just shifted right there.
And that proving my point, his 3 races that he hasn't finished in the top 2, he has been far outside, not finishing either of those races. As we look at the replay of him going into here, he just got a little loose on entrance, spun it outside, and he's going to have some work to do. He should come out of that 7th, maybe 8th. Jaquez runs 7th. Yeah.
Lost the spot to Brian Long there. Kevin Ayers. There's Brian Long in the 12 machine. The follow BMW.
You gotta watch those curbs. If you get a little too much curb, the car can hop on you and get loose like we just saw with Jaquez. Brian Long runs all by himself. 2 seconds out back, 6 seconds out front.
David Sharp. And Sharp's coming into a position to do some battling with Kevin Ayers. You see the view at the right side of Sharp's Audi. Ayers in front of him. And Kevin Ayers had a little action in the VRS series last week, Jordan.
Yeah, he wheeled the car and for about an hour and a half got out in 10th. And I believe him and I finished in the top 5.
There you go. Official VRS top 5 for an announcer and Kevin Ayers teaming up last weekend. I know Jay Dewar had a milestone official iRacing win this week. first time he had ever won a VRS sprint race. You ride with David Sharp. He sits 3.1 seconds ahead of Jay Dewar. Sharp's working on trying to reel in Kevin Ayers. There you see Craig Arturi in the 66 machine, the John Players Special.
He's riding around in 11th. About 6 seconds away from Andrew Hewitt out back. He's got a big cushion as we move back to Andrew Hewitt, who runs 12th right now.
We know the Hewitt fan club's watching online. They do every week. Hewitt, best finish of 10th so far this year. That was at Spa in race number 2. Sits 12th right now, 6 seconds behind Craig Arturi. The nice thing about this track, Jordan, a big, wide facility, especially at the corners. You know, even some of the corners widen out, gives you some chances to take some different lines through these corners and create some pretty good overtaking opportunities.
Yeah, still following Andrew Hewitt right now as he works through the S's. We're getting an excellent shot of that. He makes his way over to the backstretch. We move up to this battle. Jaquez has finally caught Brian Long. Got back up to that follow car. I don't suppose there's going to be much of a fight put up here. Jaquez looking to rush to the scene of the accident, as he's done quite a few times this evening. We follow Todd Bosworth now. I believe that's going into turn 1.
Jaquez now trying to pick up some spots. He's now 7/10 of a second behind Brian Long in the Mercedes. See, JP Alfonso has skated away from that duo. Jaquez, with his all-or-nothing style this season, 6/10 of a second behind Brian Long.
Not only this season, tonight definitely qualified up there in the top 5, and a couple of mistakes have rendered him 7th as of now. He gets right up to the bumper of Brian Long, takes a look to the left side. He has to back off the gas. He's going to lose a little bit of ground. Picks it back up going into this corner. Ducks to the right. And he pulls away with that position. Back up into 6th.
This was nice. Big power move on the outside by Fernando Jaquez. Getting set up for that right-hander, and Brian Long didn't have a chance. And Lambo with a head of steam, he was coming through.
Yeah, Brian Long lifted going into that corner. Just saw he had the outside, the inside going into the next corner, and let him have it. Brian Long falls back in line as it is suffice to just chase Fernando Jaquez as of now.
Full grandstands here at Cody today for the stars of the LATM GP Series. Crowd on hand. This part is technical. The stadium section, again, kind of designed after the Hockenheim Ring, one of the homes of the German Grand Prix. The nice thing is this racetrack, a lot of good seating opportunities here if you do get the chance to go live. A lot of spots where there's some elevation, and you can see a number of sections of this road course from any different location. And Jaquez, first one onto pit road. He's going to try pitting early. A little shortstop strategy here. for the 26, get out of traffic and get some clean laps by himself.
Yeah, I respect that. Prevents the math of having to figure out how much gas you got to take later on, which we have seen be an issue in this series and in these point standings as we follow David Sharp now. Everybody overtakes Fernando Jaquez. Andrew Hewitt on pit road as well. Jaquez back out on the track now. He'll be in 10th. Hewitt will have dropped down to 12th, maybe 13th, but those two have made their stops for the race.
Jaquez comes out in 10th, just behind Jay Dewar, who's shuffled up to 9th. Just got a view of his Fanalab Ferrari. It's the BMW Lambo on your screen right now. Fernando Jaquez. 3.1 seconds behind Dewar. Andrew Hewitt on pit road.
And he took tires. Interesting strategy for that 13 car. He's going to come off pit road in 14th place.
Oh, looks like Todd Bosworth will even get by him as well.
15th. Interesting call to take tires now. Do we think he just forgot to turn them off, or was that a strategy play?
Tough call. I mean, if you're going to take tires, you pit early and use them exactly halfway for each of the first half of the race. In the second half, so we'll see what happens.
We should see our leaders coming down pit road, one of the next 2 laps here. As Trevor leads Salazar, Puig, Grillian, and Alfonso for your top 5. Alfonso moving in on Grillian as we follow Todd Bosworth. He's chased by Hewitt. Hewitt on those fresh tires just drives past him. And Hewitt moves up to 14th. We're going to watch that pass now.
Andrew Hewitt sweeping around the outside in that 13. And again, some different lines. These nice wide corners here at Coda.
Especially on new tires, really gives you the opportunity to go wherever you want. We watch Jay Dewar come in for his pit stop. That's Craig Akiri. He goes by. Rodriguez is probably going to come around by Jay Dewar. That'll shuffle him back to 12th, maybe 13th.
So Rodriguez in the Ferrari, he hasn't pitted either. Here's Dewar coming out of pit road. Good shot from the LATAM blimp cam. Jay Dewar working through the S's here onto the first bridge, and really neat the way they've got this track painted on both sides. Through there, it looks pretty cool, especially from the overhead. And they tried to incorporate a lot of the classic European tracks and into this design. A beautiful facility. As I mentioned, NASCAR going here for the first time this year. There's David Sharp. He runs 7th, still trying to chase down Kevin Ayers.
Salazar's on pit road right now. Puig and Trevor decide to take another lap. Salazar stops at his pit box as we watch Grillian drive by. Salazar is going to drop back at least to 5th. There goes Alfonso. Brian Long on the straightaway. Kevin Ayers dives into the pit road. Salazar manages to get out before Brian Long can catch him. He's going to have about 2-second gap there. Kevin Ayers shuffled back another couple spots on pit road. The top 10 run Alex Trevor, Jose Puig, Grillian, Alfonso, Salazar, Long, Sharp, Jaquez, Akiri just past Ayers, and Kevin Ayers rounds out the top 10.
think what you'll see is that Jaquez, so I checked that, Salazar, Jaquez, Ayers, and Dewar have all pitted. Again, still waiting on Trevor, Puig, Grillion. Brian Long must have already pitted as well.
And there's 14 seconds evenly between Trevor and Puig. Another 14 back to Grillion as we follow JP Alfonso, who is right on the heels of Grillion right now. About a half a second back.
These two have been going at it for a while. Ferrari on BMW action. The Bavarian motor work against the prancing horse. Alfonso trying to get a run on Luis Grillion. He gets close, but can't do anything with him there.
Puig dives down pit road as these two still fight. Trevor decides he's going to take one more lap. Might as well. He's driving out there all by himself, turning qualifying laps, keeping it down in the low 208s.
Alfonso tried to stuff it in there on the bottom, and he had to brake so hard to not overrun the corner at the angle he was going, and it cost him. His Grillion squirts away.
This has become the battle for second. Brian Long, David Sharp, both on pit road.
Yeah, JP Alfonso had trimmed it right down, and that little mistake set him about 5 car lengths back, but he is back there again, hanging off the rear bump of the Red Bull BMW. It's the JP Alfonso Studios Ferrari number 2, trying to figure out a way by the Beamer. They now work down the back stretch. And into this heartbreaking left-hander. F1 cars up to 200 miles an hour at that point. These cars probably right in the 175, 180 range. Still awful tough to get one of these cars woed down to make that left-hander.
Alex Trevor's coming down pit road right now. He's following Todd Bosworth into the pits. We'll see how they
and Alfonso come this time as well.
See how they shake out on exit. Both Grillion and Alfonso duck down pit road. That'll leave a race between Trevor to get out and Salazar to get there. Looks like Trevor's going to get out on time. He's out of pit exit right now, as Salazar just passes these two who run in the pits. Trevor does get out in front. He's got an 8.5 second lead. Jose Puig get past Grillion and Alfonso and Fernando Jaquez all in the pits.
This
he moves up to third.
I'm not sure if Grillion got into his pit stall as good as JP did. Well, they leave about the same time, so. Now, Fernando Jaquez back on pit road. Thought he had already made a pit stop. And that's a short one, so maybe he didn't take enough the first time. And he pulls back out in 7th spot. 10.5 seconds ahead of Kevin Ayers. There's the view from Jay Dewar's car. He's caught David Sharp. 43 has caught the one machine. Hey, guy struggling here tonight, Jordan. Anthony James Came in tonight, top 5 in points. Haven't really talked about that red, green, and white Ferrari. He sits 11th. This is the best battle on the speedway. You're looking at the bumper cam of the Hello Beautiful number 43.
This chase has been going on for a number of laps now. And they only run a couple seconds back of Kevin Ayers through the hairpin at the end of the circuit onto that long back straightaway. Looking at the in-car from Jay Dewar right now. Still in the hunt of David Sharp. It's been all Trevor all the way so far. He's got a 9-second lead up front. We still follow this battle back in the pack. This is the battle for 9th. They're gonna come upon lap traffic within the next few corners.
That's actually Kevin Ayers they're chasing down. That looks like it's turning into a 3-way dance for the 8th spot between Ayers, Sharp, and Dewar. Kevin Ayers and the number 14 Get This Money Racing Lamborghini. Off the final turn and down this front stretch. And up the hill to blind turn 1, the highest point on the racetrack. 41 meters of elevation between the highest point and the lowest point here. Again, modeled after some of the fine European road courses where they've used the natural landscape in the design of it. Ample runoff areas, grade 1 FIA course. Again, at home of the F1 race in the United States every year. Kevin Ayers. He runs 8th, 10 seconds behind Fernando Jaquez, but 1.1 second ahead of David Sharp. Jay Dewar, two seconds behind Sharp in 10th.
Yeah, and Kevin's just had to spend the last couple of laps just watching that David Sharp car get bigger in his rear view mirror. As Sharp has been cutting this lead down every single lap.
A couple of real good battles going on in the Speedway, of course. This one, and just looking at timing and scoring, where Alfonso's still all over Grillion. We've documented that saga for the last 10 minutes. As we're a little under 8 minutes to go here. Round number 6. This is the championship round for the LATAM GP. We're live in the virtual circuits of the America, Austin, Texas, for round 6. We will crown a championship tonight, and really just putting the crown on his head this evening. Juan Salazar, all he needed to do was have a decent performance here tonight, a solid second place run, more than enough to get it done. Alex Trevor, the Texan, he has been fast everywhere we go this year. So far, just one win to his credit, though. Looking to notch victory number 2 here. He was victorious at Spa. In event number 2, he sat on a pole at Daytona, the pole at Spa. Also picked up a pole last time out at Road America. Pole winner here tonight, 4th pole in 6 races. It's been a dream season when it comes to qualifying for Alex Trevor, but again, has not been able to put it together. He was second at the Nürburgring after a fuel problem. He was 16th after wrecking at Road America. 3rd place finish. That could have been his most entertaining run of the year, Jordan, was when he spun in lap 1 at Brazil and battled back.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, coming back, making that pass for 2nd on the last lap at Daytona, that was pretty impressive with that incredibly destroyed car. We watch him. He's going to duck into turn 1 here. We've got about 6 minutes left in this race, and it has been Alex Trevor all the way. He's got almost a 9-second lead over Juan Salazar, who at this point is just putting in laps. We move back to JP Alfonso, who has again reeled in Grullion. Half a second separates those two. Alfonso's just killing himself with those those early entries into the corners. Won't get a run onto a straightaway, and that's where he's losing all his time. That's why he still sits a second back in that battle for fourth. Watching JP Alfonso here. He's going to make his way down to the hairpin. Still chasing Grullion. They make their way down the slash straightaway.
Alfonso in the deuce. Sitting fifth. And Grullion, it's a shame he's missed the last couple races because when he has been here, he has been fast. Third place at the start of the year in Daytona, it was him that was holding off Trevor until the late stages. You can see the lap time differences between Alfonso and Long, as Alfonso has slowly been able to pull away from the follow boy. Working into lap traffic, Eduardo Rodriguez. He'll get by his Ferrari.
Down to under 4 minutes remaining as we watch Alex Trevor in pit road right now.
Uh-oh.
It appears he may have done it again. He may not have taken enough fuel. He comes out of pit road now. He's going to be third as Salazar takes over the lead. And another error for Alex Trevor. 6 races this season. And not a lot he could do at Daytona, but since then he has made 4 errors in 5 races that potentially cost him wins. And Juan Salazar, just the most consistent driver in the series the whole way, as he takes over the lead with a 5.5 second lead and only 3 minutes remaining. Watch JP Alfonso, he's still chasing Grullion. About a second gap between the two as they work their way into the hairpin and down that long back straightaway. Alfonso drives it in as deep as he can, but just can't make it stick. He loses ground all the way down this back straightaway.
We'll see if we can get a shot here of Donnie York in the 53 car at some point before the end of this one. Interesting story about that car.
The fact it's going to complete this race for the first time all series.
This is true. This is true.
And that was his one goal this week. Still watching JP Alfonso running in 5th. Andrew Hewitt back down pit road.
I got a report on the circuit he had spun. Yep. Oh, it looks like we're going to get the replay of it. Well, there she you are getting lapped. JP Alfonso sitting 5th. Late stages here. I would look for your leader, Trevor, to get the white flag next time by.
Salazar.
Sorry, Salazar, excuse me. To get the white flag next time by. There's Trevor in the 50. Sitting 3rd right now. Trying to gain 3 seconds here in the late going on Jose Puig.
And there's a chance. Over the last lap, he's picked up 3 seconds already, running significantly faster than Jose Puig. He's just going to have to do it again this lap. We're 21 laps into this race.
And the leaders all coming up on lap traffic, too. Looks like Salazar might have to deal with that 53 car of Don York before the end of the race.
Yeah, he's about 2 corners back from Don York. And 9 seconds behind him runs Puig.
And it looks like the checkers fly. So that was it. Checkers out for one. Salazar, Puig will come home 2nd. Thought they might have had one more lap, but they didn't.
Alex Trevor, in that quarter of a lap, picked up an extra 2 seconds on Puig. He got as close as he could, but he's going to wind up 3rd. Grulian going to bring it home 4th. JP Alfonso in 5th. Our lapped cars have all crossed the start-finish line. Brian Long comes across in 6th. Jaquez 7th. Kevin Ayers in 8th. Actually going to be a race to the stripe between Kevin Ayers and David Sharp. Ayers is going to bring it home 8th. David Sharp in 9th. Jay Dewar crosses the stripe in 10th.
And how about that race number 6 from Circuits of the Americas? There's Anthony James coming across the finish line there. As everybody just finishing up their last lap, we'll bring in some of these drivers to have a quick chat with them. As you see the last couple guys finishing up this last lap. And first of all, we'll welcome in Juan Salazar to the booth. Wow, first of all, congratulations, my friend, on a great win here tonight. You've won 4 in a row, and you are deserving of the title of champ after this evening.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I was not expecting to win this one. I thought Alex was running away with it. I don't know what happened. Maybe I don't know if he had a penalty or not enough fuel. But yeah, he was ahead the whole time.
How many laps did you get to turn at this place before this weekend or before tonight?
I mean, I did practice. I didn't practice a whole lot. Maybe 20 laps, 25 laps, something like that.
Very good. Tell us about racing at this place.
You know, this is it's a fun track. I haven't had a whole lot of races here. Not my favorite track. A lot of people really don't like this track. I'm not one of those. I don't hate this track, but yeah, it's fun. It's super difficult. You know, those hairpins, the triple right at the end. It's a tough one. It's a really tough track.
You got to be proud of your accomplishments here in the season. Again, four wins in a row. Never qualified outside the top 2. That's a pretty impressive 6-race stretch.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm excited to see what comes next. Hopefully, we'll get another tournament like this. It's been a real blast. Thank you guys. You guys did a great job as well.
What about the guys who are sitting at home thinking, hey, I could probably put my $10 down or $15 down and come race with those guys for 6 weeks and get on TV? What would you say to them?
Do it.
Good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, do it.
Good stuff. Well, if they do come out, you are the guy that's got to be knocked off the top of the mountain, my friend. Congratulations, and you are the champ.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it.
Juan Salazar, your 2021 champ. Now we'll welcome in Jose Puig. Solid second place finish for you this evening, my friend. Do you have us there, Jose?
Hello.
There he is. Congratulations on a solid second place finish.
Yes. What happened to Alex?
We have not got to him. We're not sure if it was fuel or penalty.
He did go into his pit stall when he came down pit road, so I would assume he didn't take enough fuel again.
Yeah, the same happened to me. I had to slow down because I was running out of gas.
Hey, we talked last week. You'd made a couple errors early in the season, but man, you got it turned around. And the last 2 weeks, you kept your nose clean. And look at the results you posted. A couple second place runs. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's been a shame. It's been a shame. The spa run was a shame, and the Interlagos in Brazil was also a shame. I got out. Benjamin took me out, and Alex Benjamin. It was nobody's fault, but was out. So anyway, it feels good to finish second. The last two races gives me energy to keep on going for the next season, and I'll be running with you again, guys. Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Jose Puig, a solid second place finish. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We invite Alex Trevor into the booth now. Alex, you got us?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. Wound up with a third place finish. Obviously qualified on the pole, dominated most of the race. What happened there? Why'd you come back down pit road?
Well, some of the other guys know, but not everybody. I've been posted in the Discord. My house got struck by lightning on Monday, and so I've lost quite a bit of computer stuff. But I was able to get a computer running for today, plus among other stuff earlier in the week, power, internet, all trying to get fixed. But anyway, kind of just had to get this thing set up with iRacing and stuff as quick as I can. I didn't have enough time to set up race labs, so I had fuel and all that stuff. So I was kind of going off of just what I could think I thought I had. So just messed up fuel calculations. Just needed an extra 2 laps. So
It's happening a couple times now, but you had a rough week last week. You bounced back with a solid top 3. Is that something that you're gonna definitely be able to build on going into any potential seasons after this?
yeah, definitely. As I said in the first race, trust your crew chief, and if it tells you to take the fuel, take the fuel.
Okay, well, yeah, a solid third place run from Alex Trevor tonight, and good run for him in the series overall.
Hey, welcome Brian Long to the broadcast booth. Brian, can you hear us?
I can, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, first of all, we talk about where'd you get the Fallout paint scheme from? Tell us about that. How'd that come about?
I just got lucky. I was on Trading Paints one day, and I was scrolling through, and I found it, and I was like, oh, I love this game. I'm going to throw that on there, just something different.
Now, we know when you registered, you named one of your favorite tracks as this place. Why?
I just like how hard it is, and today was definitely reflective of that, but it's got a little bit of everything. It's got high-speed sections, it's got S's, it's got hairpins, it's got a stadium like Hockenheim, like it's just, the hill, it's just fun. There's nothing like it.
Hey, tell us about your run here tonight. Another solid, good finish for you. Finished 5th, I believe. That's tied for your best finish on the season.
Yeah, it's that was my goal, top 5. It has been all season, but it's my first league and first time kind of competing in a championship of any kind. So it's been some learning along the way. Really fun. And 5th I'm happy with 5th, although I kind of was gifted it at the end there. JP took a time penalty, and so it kind of dropped him back, but happy with it.
So you say your first league you've ever done. How cool was it to be on YouTube and your friends or your wife or whatever can watch?
It was fun. I have family that's been getting into iRacing, and so I was like, "Hey, watch, see what it's about when you get to the more, private stuff." And it's been really fun to kind of check it out and get a new feel for the service. And I definitely like. I don't know if I can go back to to just public races.
Now, tell us about your first league experience. I mean, did you expect to be top 5 at the end of season 1? I mean, and you've done it just by being consistent, keeping your nose clean the last couple weeks.
Yeah, that's actually that. It's funny you bring that up. That's been my lesson. I've been diving into just learning how to be better at racing, and this season I've just been focusing on trying to not wreck, not drop tires off, and finish the races. And it's paying out. It's doing really well. I actually didn't expect to be finishing this well when we got to the week 1 and we were doing Daytona. I was, I think, around 9th or 10th, and I got just unlucky. I was hit by an admin penalty that wasn't my own, but it was fun, and the whole thing's been fun. And finishing top 5 has been rewarding for me. Feels like all the practice and research is paying off.
Good stuff. Brian Long, solid 5th place finish here tonight. We'll welcome in our next guest, JP Alfonso. Thanks again, Brian.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, JP. Tell us about your evening.
Well, it was doing very good until I just found out that I dropped to 9th place. So that ruined my night for sure.
Hey, I don't think you've ever done any leagues before, but you had a pretty good season when you were on, man. You were competitive, and that's got to be pretty build your confidence going forward.
Oh no, definitely. I was just talking to the guys in the back, and we were talking about the same thing. We were saying how fun this series was, and we're really looking forward for the next one.
And what's it like when you race a series like this, and you got to race against guys like Jose Puig and Alex Trevor and Juan Salazar? How much does it prepare you for going to race other places, especially back in official races?
Well, definitely you feel the pressure. It's a lot of pressure. All the emotions comes out like it kind of feels like it's in real life, very much. Right now I got sweat running everywhere. That's how tense I was the whole race, and I wish I would have prepared more. But it's like this has been following me since forever, since I was a kid. I never prepared for final exams or nothing, and I always suspect to pull it off at last minute. So I'm still doing the same thing to this day. So I didn't race at all this track. I tried it. I tried to practice last night, and I actually fell asleep while the simulator was loading. So I didn't get to race. I didn't get to race at all.
Well, we'll look forward to a better performance at COTA the next time we come here. Now that you've got a few laps, JP Alfonso, solid 9th place finish here this evening, and now we'll welcome in Kevin Ayers, a solid 7th place performance.
Hey man, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Jordan, you're muted.
Sorry, mic was off. You had a solid evening, wound up with a 7th place finish. Were you happy with that going into this race?
Yeah, my practice all week didn't really go well. The hot track was a bit much for me.
Yeah, it's a very technical course, especially coming off such a high-speed track of Road America last week. All in all, you were pretty consistent throughout this series. Did you have fun the whole time?
Yeah, it was a blast. I hope they do it again, and I'll definitely be down for that because it was just really competitive racing all throughout. Really, really fun.
That's awesome. Who was your favorite person to race against in the series?
Several guys. I raced a lot against Anthony James and a lot against David Sharp. David Sharp was nose to tail me this whole race. Was sweating bullets all 45 minutes. It's like I couldn't shake him, couldn't pull away from him. It was fun.
That was Kevin Ayers, driver of the 14 car. He wound up with a 7th place finish tonight.
Welcome to David Sharp, our 8th place finisher, and we just heard from our 7th place. Do you have us, David?
Yeah, I gotcha.
We just heard from our 7th place finisher, and he said, and I quote, "I was sweating bullets for 40 minutes because the Audi was all over me."
Yeah, it was kind of like that. I think most of the race I was really trying to follow him because he had more experience at the track, and I'm just following him, seeing his lines, see what works and what doesn't. And I guess my time up there intimidated him so much that he kept making small mistakes. Not enough to lose a position, but it was a good battle between us both.
What's your experience like before coming into here, as far as how many leagues you've done, stuff like that?
Very, very few, and much less at a track like this. I find Coda to be a very difficult course, and even during practice, I spun a lot. I made a lot of mistakes, and coming into here, I wasn't so sure about how it would be. And finishing within another top 10 is just relieving. It's wonderful just to have another time in the mid pack.
Tell us about your go around here on the LATAM series.
The LATAM GP series was really fun for me. I'm very glad I took part in it. It's been a wonderful 6 weeks. While the start was slow, I built things up and got to stay consistent within the mid pack, which is what I was hoping for.
Well, we'll hope that the next time we run a season, we see a little bit closer to the front of the pack. David, congratulations on a good season.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I hope some more will go well.
Good stuff. David Sharp, a solid 8th place finish here tonight. We'll see if Andrew Hewitt's got us. See, his mic is muted. We'll see if Andrew is with us. And it doesn't look like it. So, on behalf of myself, Jordan Maudsley, and I'm Jamie Maudsley, my broadcast partner, Jordan Maudsley, a decent 6-week season here. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. There was lots of drama in the points, and especially every race had its own mishaps among a number of drivers. It was really fun to watch everybody grow and experience this whole series, and I think it turned out all right.
I think the next time we do this, about the only thing that'd be cooler is about 10 or 15 more cars out there.
Absolutely.
Well, I'd like to thank the folks at LATAM GP for getting Jordan and I involved. I'd like to thank our producer, Pueblo, for all his help the last 6 weeks. Heinz, Sergio, thanks for having us along board for the ride. To all the drivers who were involved in the series, thanks again. And of course, the most important people, we could not do this without you, the fans watching at home. Thank you for joining us on the LATAM GP 2021 Spring Showdown for GT3 cars. We wrapped up here tonight from Circuit of the America. Your winner of the last 4 races, and the guy we will call champ from Florida, driver of the Black Lambo, Juan Salazar. Till next time, Jamie Maudsley, Jordan Maudsley, have a good night.